Okay, so first thing I'll do is divide up to a level 6. In fact, I'm going to go to a level 7 because we're good at this point. And I think I'll hit it once again with my polish. This time I'm doing it without radial symmetry to lend a bit more of a unique flavor to the edges. So I'm going to quickly come through here and polish out the edges. And finally, we just have the outer edge. We'll just hit that quickly. So now I can begin adding some damage. I'm not going to worry about the interior since the skull is actually going to be fitting inside there. I want to come over back to my slash tool and let's pull a slash cut. Again, that has to be drag rectangle. And the intensity is always low on that one. Oh yeah, the definition on that, the detail is beautiful on that. So that's going to work out really well. So I'm going to just add a couple of nicks throughout the piece. Put a few in the corners here. And this is just random. You just have fun with it and eyeball. The only thing you do have to be aware of and that you want to be careful of is sometimes the angle that you pull it at is going to be clean or it's going to be sawtoothed. So you want to just be aware of that and try to pull a clean line whenever you can. So in this case, I'm just going to rotate around. You can see that's much cleaner. So I'll go with the angle that way. Great. Now one of the things I want to do on the metal, and this is actually a technique I don't do that often, in fact very rarely, but it's actually a pretty cool technique, so I want to show it to you. We're going to use noise, and the noise will allow us to add some pitting to the metal. And because there's so many different variations that you can adjust, you can do some amazing stuff that's very unique looking. So we'll just go over to surface and I'll turn on noise, and you can see how it automatically roughens up the metal for us. So we have a whole variety of different things we could change here. Of course we have the scale, which is going to change the roughness, make it look very much like rock, all the way down to minuscule, where it's almost like sand or just a very mild skin texture. In addition to that, we have the strength, so how strong that's going to be in the pitting. And finally the curve, and the curve is the most important part, because by adjusting the curve, what that's going to do is distort the pattern that we have here. And by adjusting this pattern, I can actually let the pitting change its personality. So I'm going to play around with a couple of the settings. One of the things I want to be very careful of is to not have too much. So although I happen to like the pitting that I have here, it's too much, it's all over. I want to tone that down a little bit. Okay, so you can see how we get a really cool pattern. Again, I'm trying to minimize this and have as least of noise as possible. I just want a few flakes scattered throughout. So let's just play with these settings. Okay, that's going to inflate. Great. Okay,